Hey guys, welcome back to the final episode of Global Bites. Today, we're making Kung Pao Chicken.
This version of Kung Pao Chicken we're making today is going to be similar to the traditional style, which is less sweet and more focused on savory, spicy, and slightly tangy flavors.
It might look like there are a lot of ingredients at first, especially for the sauce. But once everything is prepped, the actual cooking process is really quick and pretty manageable.
Before we start cooking, we want to talk a little more about where Kung Pao Chicken actually comes from. Kung Pao Chicken comes from Sichuan, which is a province in southwestern China that's known for really bold and complex flavors, especially spicy food and the use of Sichuan peppercorns, which create that unique numbing sensation along with heat. The dish is named after a Qing dynasty official named Ding Baozhen, whose title was Gong Bao, and over time, that name became associated with the dish itself. Originally, Kung Pao Chicken was a fairly simple stir fry made with diced chicken, dried chilies, peanuts, and a light sauce. And the focus was more on balancing flavors rather than making it overly saucy or sweet. One of the key ideas in Sichuan cooking is balancing different sensations, like spicy, numbing, salty, and slightly tangy. The Kung Pao Chicken is a really good example of that because it combines all of those elements in one dish.
Over time, the dish became popular across China, but it also went through some changes depending on the region, especially during certain historical periods when spicy or strong flavors weren't always encouraged, so recipes were sometimes adjusted. When Kung Pao Chicken spread to other countries, especially the United States, it changed even more, and many versions became sweeter, less spicy, and sometimes had more sauce, because that matched local preferences better. So the version that a lot of people know from takeout is actually pretty different from the traditional Sichuan version, which is usually less sweet and more focused on that balance of heat, aroma, and texture. What's interesting is that even though the ingredients are relatively simple, the way they're combined, especially the use of dried chilies, Sichuan peppercorns, and peanuts, creates a really distinct flavor that's hard to replicate with anything else. And today, Kung Pao Chicken is one of the most well-known Chinese dishes worldwide. But it also shows how recipes can evolve and adapt as they move between cultures. So for today, we're making a version that stays closer to the original style while still being simple enough to make at home.
Alright, let's go over the ingredients. For the chicken, we're using about 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast cut into small cubes. We already marinated the chicken earlier using about 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and a little bit of water, which helps tenderize it and gives it a smoother texture when cooking.
For the sauce, we have about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and a cornstarch slurry made from 1 teaspoon cornstarch mixed with a little bit of water to help thicken it. We also have about 8 dried red chilies for heat and flavor, and about 1 teaspoon of Sichuan peppercorn for that signature numbing flavor. In addition to that, we're adding some vegetables. We have a sliced cucumber, carrots, and some squash. They aren't always traditional in Kung Pao Chicken, but they add more texture, a little bit of freshness, and make the dish feel more balanced overall. And finally, we have some green onions for freshness at the end to garnish. We're gonna go ahead and chop up our green onion.
Before we start cooking, we've already mixed our sauce, as you can see. It's just soy sauce with rice vinegar, hoisin sauce, sugar, and the cornstarch mixture, all combined and set aside so it's ready to go.
Now we're ready to cook, so we have moved over to our wok. This part goes by pretty quickly, so it's good to have everything prepped beforehand. First, we're going to heat some oil over medium-high heat. Next, we're going to add in our Sichuan peppers. We're gonna let them cook for a couple minutes. Right after that, we're going to go ahead and add our vegetables. First, the carrots. The cucumber. And finally, the squash.
We're going to stir fry these for a few minutes, just until they start to soften slightly, but we'll still keep some crunch because we don't want them to get too soft.
After we have stir fried them for a few minutes, we're going to add our sauce. Once the vegetables are cooked and ready, we're going to take them out of the pan and set them aside. Next, in the same pan, we'll add a little bit more oil if needed. Then we're going to go ahead and add our marinated chicken.
Spread it out so it cooks evenly and let it cook for a few minutes until it's fully cooked through and lightly brown on the outside.
Once the chicken has finished cooking, we'll go ahead and add in our vegetables. Stir to combine all the ingredients. And finally, we're going to add in our cornstarch water mixture to thicken up the dish and to make everything come together.
Then just toss everything together so it's evenly coated and heated through.
Finally, add the green onions. And make sure to give everything one last mix before turning off the heat.
That's Kung Pao chicken. You got a little heat from the chilies, a little numbing from the peppercorns, and then the savory and slightly tangy sauce all together. Honestly, it tastes a lot fresher than takeout.
It's a very quick, flavorful, and actually not that complicated, and everything is prepped. Thank you for watching episode 5 of Global Bites. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Miss Lin. What do I say?
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Ren.
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Lee.
Yeah, you can taste the food now.
Oh, okay.
好，谢谢，一点
不客气，不客气，谢谢你。没有，要每一个东西都要有的。
啊，对，
对吧？
好的，谢谢。啊，好，够了，谢谢。对，
谢谢。还没弄齐呢，这个胡萝卜。
哦，这个胡萝卜那个切的很好哎，胡萝卜，
哎呀，
这个切的丁不容易。
不行，然后
对不对啊？
怎么可以搞不出来呀？可以。你好像有辣椒哎。可以有辣椒。
哦，有辣椒啊，
你好
好
吃啊。
你看，可以，
好。哎呀，太香了！这个香我要给 A+。
对，我要忍不住了。
黄瓜呢，这谁做的？
就我们做的。So you carrots, cucumber, or like zucchini, and then you have squash too for the vegetables.
哦，但是真的不是像美国那样的甜的哈，
但是很好吃，
非常好吃。
味道有点不一样，跟美国的。
你可不可以做点，下次带到中文班上来？
可以。
对啊，对啊。
哎，真的呀，我哪天让每个学生做一道菜，
就我觉得应该是，
对吧？
挺好的，因为我们中文部这样做。
对呀，我就负责带一锅饭哈。
最简单的。
真香，真香，
好吃。
对，口感很好，这个肉也正好，
谢谢。
肉也很嫩，
对，
早都吃了，我应该再多弄点的，后悔了。
好吃极了，我觉得。
可以有 plus or minus 对吧？
可以啊。
OK。
Yes。
啊，我完了，没有。
不是你完了，是
我写完了。
我也写完了。
这也太快了，我还想吃。现在怎么搞？
可以说一遍。
我需要说吗？
可以说，对，可以说，对。
So I gave the appearance A.
Okay.
It looks great. The aroma I gave an A plus because before we even started tasting it, it was already smelled so good. And the taste was superb. It was the best Kung Pao Chicken I actually ever had since I came to the States. 29 years ago. Because I never cook this at home, but when I go out to eat, it might be my limited experience, but when I go out to eat, the Kung Pao Chicken is not like that. So I really like it, so I gave it A+.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for me. You know what? Because for the appearance, I think it's great because you have very good skills to cut into small pieces and different shape and also different color. You added squash and carrots, so it's colorful, and I think appearance is very amazing. Yeah, I do suggest with a fancy plate. Yeah. Then for aroma, oh my goodness. We can't wait even when you're using the microwave. Yeah. So, and the taste, as Leonard said, that's so authentic. For the Kung Pao Chicken, I think many years ago when I was in Beijing, and there's similar taste. But over here, like either just sweet or different taste. But this is very authentic. I love it.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
And it's allergen free.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Very tasty.
I need the recipe.
Yeah.
So I can cook for my
Yes,
son,
it's
Evan.
all on video. Yeah, we can show it.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
we'll
recipe.
show it. Yeah, we'll edit it. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Ta-da! So here's
Oh.
my score. So appearance is really nice. There's some room for improvement. If this is like fresh out of the kitchen,
Right,
it
it
looks
looks
way
different.
better, right?
Yeah.
But this is just why it's not A plus.
It's not your fault.
But the different colors, different,
Right.
the ingredients, yeah. Aroma, as they said, even before we put in the microwave, we can smell it and taste. I really like the peppers. Give the taste of the kick, right?
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah. Fresh pepper. It's good.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
good.